Okay, my name's Brigadier General Emmanuel RWASHANDE. I'm the Chief of Civil Military Cooperation, UPDF. I joined the army, the Guerrilla Wolf Army, by that time in 1981. When we joined, when we were still young, we had not reached the age of 18. We were about to 16, 17. When we were selected from our villages and taken to Nairobi to go and attend a course in Libya, where Libya, the president of Libya by that time, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, has given aid to support the struggle, to support the liberation struggles in Africa. So we went at the first batch of that training, 1981, and we came back in 1983. In 1983, we tried so many times to come to join the bush. The first time we were arrested in Busia, the other side of Nairobi, and we were taken to prison, and after that they were about to hand over. But our external department, who are in Kenya, where was the former Prime Minister, Amama Mbabazi, the Kakwano, Rwakakoko, the late Chirunda Chivejinja, all those, they got our information and rushed to the Vice President. By that time was Chibaki. President Chibaki was the Vice President. And in the morning when we had been put in the cell, we were looking to hear our case, and we were supposed to be handed over that time to the Obote government. So a message came from the Vice President that leave those people. They are not enemies of Kenya. They are Africans. They are running away from bad leadership. They are free to live in Kenya. Don't actually accuse them of anything. Let them come back to Nairobi. So we went to Nairobi. We tried again. We came through Lake Victoria, and we came up to Zira here. And our informers at that time who were waiting for us, the government had known about our coming, and they had deployed along the shores of Lake Victoria. But our contacts, our informers came using the small boat to inform us in the lake that these people are all over, we cannot go, please go back to Nairobi. And we were tired, the situation was bad in Nairobi, we didn't have enough food, we didn't have enough food. So we had nothing to do, we went back. So after going back, this is now taking about 3-4 days, using the Kasumoro canoe to go back to Nairobi. And they could, we had General Taya, who was our commander that time, who was looking after us. He could rush with a small boat, which was a bit speedier than that, which had more speed than ours, to go and get us some bread from Kisumu, from these other areas. And the bread, when the bread, you put the bread and the water touches the bread then gets it gets spoiled immediately. So we stayed without food on an island where we were waiting for him until he brought some bread and we ate, and we went back. This time we stayed for about other 3-4 months without people trying to plan. That was way like people like the Bakurumpaji, people like Njuba, who were planning for us to get the late Kiseka by that time, who were planning for us to come out. Not until they said they came here and got the IDs, the UPC IDs of local government, the chiefs and what. So we had to buy some white Kaunda suits with red t-shirts inside to disguise that were like UPC use, and that's how we managed to come in. And when we came in, some people were waiting for us at the railway station here. when we came in, everybody boarded his own bus up to the border, and on the border you are boarding on your own, giving money, but you only have a password when you reach here. So people are waiting for us. And we could pronounce the password. Muruwabanange, bagenze. When you say bagenze, that's the man. That means that your person is that one. Then they took us somewhere in a house in Kabaragara. We waited. They waited for all of us who are 93, 97. These Kare Kaihura, Amanya Mshega, Honorable Tom Bitume, and others. We are now remaining. We are about to 4. All those that were in that batch of Libya. I think I'm the only one now still in service who is living also today, is trying to live. So, then at night, our General Chargonza came at night and he picked us in a pickup, and we went. We went to Namugongo. We entered the church. But when we were going, we met a roadblock at Nakawa here. And when we said, and they asked us, do you have guns? And we really had guns down. We were stepping on guns. And he had a pistol. And they said, do you have guns? They said, no. Yeah, the Chargonza said, yes, we have guns. There are very many here. So when the man came, he just gave him money and the man went back. They know how to go about it. They knew the people they were playing with. That's why corruption is a big issue that people should deal with. So the man went, and we continued with our guns, with our vehicles. We had about 4 vehicles. We entered the church of Namugongo, and we entered from this door and got out from the other door. And we went to the bush. Down Namugongo, there was a camp, which was supposed to. Then after that, we slept there for 2 days. On the 3rd day, we started our movement from here to Ngoma, passing through this all these areas of where this the other areas of this secondary school. No, not Kawe. With here, this one, Namugongo, this Chira, and all. It was a bush. It was not like this. There was nothing there until we crossed Bombo Road in the morning. We had boys like Kawaga. This Kawaga, General Kawaga, was one of us. Then with other boys who came to collect us. We crossed Bombo at around 5 in the morning. Then we went to our bushes, our areas. Then we went to General Kawaga's place where we found they had cooked for us breakfast. We took our breakfast and continued until we found Muzei and other people in Kanyara. That's why we found them on the 4th day. We found them there. He met us. He talked to us. They told us about the situation. That we were very welcome to come and give a hand. Then we were deployed in 2 units. Then I was deployed into 3rd Battalion, which was commanded by Leto Barhona, deputized by Leto Mumba. Then we stayed there. Then a few months later, we went to Amai first operation. When in 1983, when we attacked Masindi. That was my first big operation. After that, we attacked Masindi. Going to Masindi, we didn't have guns. They were called commandos to make noise. Whoa, just to tell the other people that we are very many, but the guns were very few. So we succeeded in Masindi. That's why I got my first gun, which I recently handed over because it was getting loose. About last week, I handed it over to get a new gun. But that's the gun I've been with since that time. It was telling me the history of where I have come from. So that's why I had kept it for all that long. Then we continued up to today. Then after there, until we captured power. That's a long story. It's a long story. Up to when we captured power, and me in capturing power, I did not come to Kampala. We had reached Katonga through Mutiana. After capturing Mutiana and Mbende, when we reached Katonga, 5th Battalion, I was selected as a sergeant to go and command 21st Battalion, which was in Fort Potro. Then I took the other axis, the Fort Potro Hoima axis. Then I never came to Kampala. I came to Kampala later, after Kampala had failed and northern Uganda. Yes. The other story is big.
Yes.
Unforgettable experience is how I could not imagine. We moved from Ngoma, crossed to River Mayanja for the first time. For us, in where we were, on foot, of course, there was nothing like a bicycle vehicle. On foot, passing through the bushes. The commander was Afande Sare. We crossed Mayanja. Then we went and hid after crossing Kafu. We stayed there for some time until it was dark. We left there running because it is very far. We had waited for dark, then we left running from Kafu until where we were told in a place called Chijunjua. That's where we left our jerrycans, the jerrycans that we had for taking water. Kafu River, that's the water we were taking. Not to boil it, not what, but we left all our jerrycans because they were making noise. We left everything there. And we rushed from there. I think it's about 17 kilometers. Then we entered Masindi. And then that's where everybody, 3rd Battalion, 2nd Battalion, 5th Battalion, everybody entered for his part. Then we attacked early in the morning. And that's where I found my gun, I found somebody inside there. We came with him, we did not kill him. But we took away everything. Took the guns, took what he had, and then we came on foot until we crossed Kafu with all those equipments that we had charged from Masindi. Until we found, on the 3rd day, we found Musei coming with civilians to come and help us to carry what we had charged. But that was the turning point. That was the turning point of the war. After that, and Hoima, that's when now we deployed the 2nd axis, when 11th and other people with General Rijema went to Western axis. First of all, I am very happy that I'm retiring. I want to tell everybody that it is not easy. It is easy to join, but to maintain and retire without going to prison, without dying with the army, without losing anything as a person, I am really very happy, and I want to thank God and thank even the leadership that have maintained us in good health, looked after us. If there is anything that UPDF has done, they have treated the soldiers, its soldiers, and their families. This is very, very, very important. The health is one of the human security that everybody needs in the whole world. And they have done that. They have treated our parents, they have treated our children, they have treated wananchi, and they have treated us. Even where we wanted to go outside the country to be treated there, there is nobody who have done it better than UPDF. So I want to thank them for that. I am very happy that I joined, I maintained, have now got out without any problem that I had in the army. I've never been arrested, for example. I've never been arrested. I've never been what? So I'm very happy. I'm the happiest person that I have retired and went back home, where I will maintain the spirit of the movement and support it.
What are you?
I will, first of all, I will live and die a supporter of our ideology. That is very important. I will live and die a supporter of our ideology. Where we are there are some other people suffering. We are going to see, be part of the community. The community will come. They say, we want this, we want this, we want this. There is also a service just to advise people. but also do simple business to maintain our health, to maintain the way we are living, to maintain connections with UPDF and other people in the world, so that until the time will come when we shall be no more.
Your final message to those remaining
serving here, I want to tell them that we have a culture, that we came from the people. For example, the civil-military cooperation is our core function that gave us power to liberate this country, that maintains us. CIMIC is the only tool that we have that other armies don't have. I want to urge them to maintain civil-military relations in any operation that they go to, be it international, be it national, even their own. Maintain civil-military relations. Maintain civil-military relations as a culture and as our secret weapon that we use to succeed in any battle that we have been to. Was built on nothing but other than giving morale to the soldiers and to give them hope that at one time we shall be in the government. And these ones were given through songs, through stories, through barazas. Sometimes which I'm seeing that it is dying away is self-criticism. Where we would go to barazas and criticize even a commander. That commander, yesterday you harassed me when you were out and it was not necessary, and this one is dying away. And it was a very big medicine for our discipline. I wish it could be maintained back. People could take it and do it, and so that people are free to talk their mistakes, to talk about the mistakes of the commanders. For example, in Operation Suja, there may be some mistakes that commanders are committing, and even soldiers, even on the ground. This is what we used to sit down and discuss openly, so that everybody would be ashamed to do such a thing after that, talking about it. I wish we could maintain it in the future. It would help this army to grow and grow to whatever level we want it to grow. Yes.
Thank you so much.
First, before Liberation Day, nobody had a hope that they will have peace in this country. That nobody had a hope that they will ever have peace in this country. Two, other armies capture power because of guns, but for us we captured power because of the support of the people. In other words, it's the people that captured their own power and give it to UPDF. This is why, for example, before we come to Liberation Day, this is why we have Taresita, for example. We have Taresita. We call it Taresita because it is the day, the 6th day of February 1981, is the day when President Museveni attacked Kawamba and declared war on the government to liberate people. And the people joined. There were only 44 people with 27 guns that started attacked Kawamba. But from that time when he declared, everybody joined. Not even those ones that were fighting with guns, but people who were cooking food, people who were giving water, people who were surrendering their animals for us to eat. For example, the people of Ngoma, people who were the late Rutamaguzis, who were keeping, people were willing to die, but not to declare that President Museveni is here with us. You would rather kill them, but they maintained it for the liberation of the country, for everybody to be liberated. That is one. And that's why we said when we reached here, the High Command and the Army Council accepted to have Tarehe that celebrate it every year, but to be the time when we give back to the people. That's why we build schools, that's why we build hospitals, that's why we treat them, that's why we do whatever, every systemic activity to give back as a recognition to their contribution to the liberation of this country. Thank God. Now, when we liberated the country on 21st, there was a total change. Everybody celebrated. I wish you could see those films, those videos, when the people were entering here. That's when people got hope. That's when you could ask any Ugandan, you could say, you know what? We have been liberated. it is over. This is over. That's where everybody started. All these people you are seeing, they are talking about abusing the president, abusing the army, slapping them, wananchi doing what? It's because of that hope. Even I hear, even this opposition, sometimes when they are going to demonstrate, they first ask, let's first know whether this man, the president, is in the country. If he's not in the country, we may die. But let us first ask. So that hope that they have within that person as an individual is very important. And if Wananchi can have that interest within us and the government, then there is no any other liberation other than the thinking of the people.
Then instead,
That we have been everywhere, but we have not been in Rusoga. First of all, the oppositions had taken Rusoga, where ADF has been recruiting. Our own mistakes of our forces, for example, that went into these fishing areas, they made some mistakes, maybe overpunished. They overpunished our people. This is all. First of all, we are going to correct the mistakes of our own forces. This is the most important thing. Before you give out, first correct your mistakes. This is what every UPDF should do. Correct the mistakes, correct our methods of work. If we have done wrong, we should go there and apologize. That we have done bad, we are sorry, but this is not our way of doing things. We do it this way. That's one. Two, ADF took it advantage, take the Muslims that they are not part of this government and what. But now people have started to realize, and some recruits are coming back to Busoga. So we want to go and actually join them, giving them a hand. Do this. The way we are entering Busoga, we shall not leave it the way it is. Already they feel us on the ground, the way they saw us. It is very important that we are going to give them a hand and show that they are part of us. Nobody should ever tell them that they are not among us, they are not part of us. So it is very important to go to Busoga, mobilize them, sensitize them, give them a hand in engineering works, give them a hand in medical outreach, give them a hand, we clean together their towns, plant trees, do whatever we are doing, we come back and the history will tell that we are not the same.